Good morning, everybody. This is Mikael from Healthwise Enterprise, the health food store that's located at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, just about 3 blocks east of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta, but some people say we're between Taco Bell and Long John Silver. Uh-oh. Excuse me. I'm going to need some products right away. um, Anyway, we're there to service you Monday through Saturday from 10 to 7, and you can give us a call. AT&T has been jacking us around for 3 weeks now. So the other number at Healthwise, besides the 757 no, 586-757-3438, which is diet, which is what we usually give out, but for some reason AT&T ain't working, they ain't treating us right. So um, 586 Okay, 0456. The old number still works, 366 diet. And if you need to get in touch with me to share some information, you can feel free to at 313-600-8532. Um, about 5 weeks ago, we had a young man on the show, and he came to Healthwise and had 4 times more people than we thought, and it was phenomenal. So we said, when can we do this again? So we decided to come back. So I'm bringing you back Dr. Bombay. I just want to welcome you to the WHBI show, bro.
Thank you, brother.
All right.
Thank
And
you. Hi, buddy.
he's gonna be here for the hour. If you have any questions, you can feel free to call in at 313-868-4336. And I think y'all have the numbers on the screen. If not, the other number is 313-868-0351 and 313-868-0342. And so, Dr. Bombay, you look like you've been taking good care of yourself. You're getting younger.
Yeah, we don't get older, we get
You
younger.
get younger. All right, all right. So I know you walking your talks, or you taking your products,
hmm
and you probably well known for 2 major products in this city, and probably other places around the country. That's the Harataki and the neem oil.
And the 321.
And the 321.
Oh, yeah.
Those are the ones that you most known for. Um, you went through all 20 something steps with the neem oil at the presentation. And folks say, well, you got a lot of products, Dr. Bombay. So I guess for those who don't know anything about the Haitaki and neem oil and 321, could you give us a quick overview here? And I see you got all these products here.
Yeah.
See if we can get some cups.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know if y'all can see this on the background. Put it up.
I,
It is dark.
yeah, I got some water from Healthwise yesterday.
Yes. This
High
is one
alkaline.
day.
Yeah, this is
Wow.
2 hours.
2 hours.
Yeah,
Wow.
especially with your water, because as soon as I put the fruit in there, the alkaline water pulls the juice out much faster.
Yes.
So in about 2 hours, you're ready to go. You can start
Yes.
drinking this now.
Wow.
Fresh
That's
homemade
yeah.
juice.
That is phenomenal. I try to tell folks, man, this if you don't do anything else, you need to drink some of this water.
I don't know if they can see the fruit floating on the
I
bottom.
saw I was putting it on in front of the sky background there.
Yeah.
Um, but we'll drink some and we'll tell you how good it is.
It's good.
But can you just, why how Taki is, so good for you?
Well,
And
as we mentioned last time, that we look at this. We've actually categorized and cataloged all the herbs in the field.
okay,
There's nothing new under the sun, as they say.
okay,
It's just that America is trying to figure things out. Europeans are trying to figure things out. So they find something new and they jump on it, and it's a big pump and dump, and they dump it on you and all that kind of stuff. So
are you talking about the drugs?
I'm talking about not only the drugs, but the herbs.
Okay.
Somebody will
Okay.
come along, they say, "Oh, we found a whole new superfood, a whole new god food, and things like that."
Okay.
Whereas we already know what a lot of those are. We know pretty much what they are, all of them.
Wow.
Because if Adam was created and he named everything, so we already
Hmm.
named them from the get go.
Okay.
So in India, we actually have some of the highest medicinal quality of these herbs because we know what they are, because
Mm.
we have categorized them. They're in a book called Ayurveda.
Okay.
Ayurveda, which simply means Ayus, meaning life. Veda means book, so the book of life.
Book of Life. Okay.
And in that book of life, there's surgery, there's acupuncture, acupressure, yoga, a lot of different
Meditation.
meditation
Okay.
and healing,
Okay.
such as Reiki and whatnot. They're all listed.
Okay.
And the goal in Ayurveda is that each of these modalities are supposed to perform a particular function in the body.
Okay.
When that function is performed, then you're healthy.
Okay.
You're vibrant, you're healthy, you have energy, you have mental clarity, things like that. So there's one goal, and that goal is to open up the channels and the meridians in the body so energy can flow, because
Okay.
it's that energy that's going to heal your physical, emotional, mental, and your spiritual bodies.
Okay.
This is the whole concept of what they call body, mind, spirit connection.
Okay.
So
Hmm.
in that book, there's a there's a fruit of life in the book of life.
Say the fruit of life.
Fruit of life,
Okay.
and
In the
it's
book of life.
in the book of life.
All right. All right.
And it has its own place, just like a surgeon. It has an equal uh, respect, so to speak, just like acupuncture, acupressure, massage. Uh, so in that herb side in the book, this is the fruit of life. So we call it the fruit of life and wisdom.
Okay. That's the Harataki.
That's the Harataki.
Wow.
So that being the king in the whole plant kingdom, and for 1,000 years we've been calling it the fruit of life. So we know what it does, we know what it's been doing,
Mm.
and we don't have to close our eyes to figure out what it does.
Mm.
What they call double blind studies and stuff.
Yes.
I mean, how can you study something when you're double blind?
Oh. Uh oh.
Oh,
Thank you. Um. Now it's interesting. It's two of us, but he gave us three cups.
yeah, he's
Daddy
looking for
hint
a
hint
cup to
clue
tell you.
clue. Daddy hint hint clue clue.
He knows the truth. He knows what this is.
Oh, it's funny. So you got the fruit of life in the book of life. So in essence, this fruit is live, even though it's dry.
Yes,
It's still live.
yes, and it's self-preserving. So basically, this can stick around in this bag for a long, long time.
Okay.
Uh, Now,
Because people ask me that all the time. That they have had some Harataki in some water for 3 months, 6 months,
yeah,
last year. You know, is it still good?
yeah,
It's still good.
oh
Is it
yeah,
anything special you should do to it if it's been sitting around for a year?
or shake well before using.
Yeah.
Shake it up good. If you're unsure, you can strain it.
Okay.
What's going to happen is the pulp is going to fall off the fruit.
Okay.
It's like a olive, and there's like a seed in the middle. There's a
Right.
fruit,
Right.
and as you shake it up, the pulp, will fall into the water.
Okay.
And an interesting thing happens when stuff is sitting around for a long, because it's fermenting, like a
Okay.
grape would ferment into wine.
So it's like live bacteria.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
and this will help with digestion.
Yes.
And this particular fruit, the reason why we call it the fruit of life is because it brings things back to life in essence. If you have issues, it'll bring it back to health, to life.
That's so interesting because I talk about the friendly bacteria, which is key for our immune system, which is in our guts, and to load it up. You can get the friendly bacteria in the pills, which each pill give you from 3 to 4 billion sources of friendly bacteria per pill. But I've learned that a mouthful of fermented foods like sauerkraut or pickles will give you trillions.
Yeah,
And this got the life force in it and it's fermenting. That's going to give you trillions of friendly bacteria.
absolutely.
Wow.
I have bottles sitting around for a couple of years, you know,
Yes.
because if anybody call people call me and they ask the same question, you know, Doc, I got this, got this from you like 5 years ago, and I just, it's still good,
Yeah,
you know.
yes.
So I test everything on myself,
Okay.
you know, because I'm not gonna talk about and present anything to people unless I've seen it for, work for myself.
Okay.
And if I've drunk it and I'm still here, that means you'll be around too.
But that I'm that's something new that I guess learned, put together, that this how Taki got friendly bacteria, because I talk about that all the time. You have to keep your immune system up high. The other one, because I know we come Saturday, just want to announce, yes, yes, yes.
Yes,
This
Saturday.
Saturday at 2 o'clock, we're gonna have two presenters. Okay, one is a lady got these fantastic soaps and shea butter. My wife love her shea butter. You can put it on the back of your hand and it just start melting in about 30, 60 seconds. Okay, that's how soft it is. And then she have these real nice oils with the fragrance. Well, she's going to talk about that this Saturday at 2 o'clock. And she's going to have some of her soaps and oils to demonstrate and things like that this Saturday at 2. So I'm not sure. She says coming in about 12, maybe even earlier than that. You can always call 366 Diet to find out if she's there. And Um, I'm just gonna call her the soap lady for right now, okay? Because her she's a new person. We've been carrying her soap. She's a teacher. She's been carrying her soaps, and since the summertime. She was doing the summertime, doing shows all over the Metropolitan Detroit area. But and we met her, and we've been carrying her soaps, and folks love it, good results. Come back again and again and again. So I'm looking forward to hearing more information about her soaps and the shea butter. That's at 2 o'clock. Dr. Bombay gonna be there at 2 o'clock too. Okay, but he's gonna start talking around about 2:30, and to maybe about 4 o'clock, give us some more deeper information. Because I guess with on one, you can give us some testimonies
Hmm.
of some people, kind of results they've gotten from taking the Hataki and the neem oil and
And
the
some
three
of these
two
other
one
products too.
and some of these other products here too, because the neem oil. I remember some folks would get to the neem oil, yours, the best one, and then they went and found some neem oil from some brand X, and they couldn't get back to you fast enough.
Yeah. I actually got calls about that. You know, I brought neem oil into Detroit like years ago,
Yes.
and there's always been a constant challenge. Like, well, I think is your neem oil better or whatever, you know. But people need to realize is that we've been doing this for a long time. Right? Neem oil, the Latin name for neem oil is Azadricta indica.
Okay.
That literally means the free neem oil, neem tree of India.
Okay.
And we know how to put it together, process it, so to speak. You know, for 1,000 years we've been doing it.
Okay.
I think when you do things for 1,000 years, you're gonna kind of perfect it.
It ain't broke, don't fix it.
You know, and one of the things that people don't realize is that we have the symbiotic nature, relationship with nature.
Okay.
So, you know, as a healer, which is what I am, when I present something, there's an energy that's affiliated with it, and when you pass it on to somebody else, the energy passes on too.
Okay.
And
So
so
if it
the
passes on to an engineer,
yeah,
huh?
that's why you got a cup there.
Okay, I'm sorry. Go
You
ahead.
know, so I put energy into it. Also, it takes on a whole different dimension. And because remember, we talk about energy healing all the different bodies.
Right.
that we have. So I put energy into the products. There was only one other Swami in London was doing that. Some of the Japanese scientists were testing and found it was incredible. The energy levels were high.
Mm.
I was in Atlanta, Georgia. This lady, she took it to somebody who tested them for energy. I gave her a couple of products. I put some energy into it before I gave it to her.
Right.
And she said the energy was off the charts.
Okay.
So energy does have an effect. Intention also has an effect because your intention is to help your community.
Right.
So when they come to you, they're going to be healed because your intention is to help them.
Right.
As compared to just walking into something like, I don't even want to mention names of stores,
Okay.
and
You don't have to.
they're all commercially, set up and whatnot, and it has a lot of products there, but that doesn't mean it's going to work.
That's so true. That was got us to this point. Our focus has never been on money, which is a lot of stores of what you're referring to. They focus on money, how to make some money. Well, our focus has always been a product man. It's the product work. Does it? Was it work for me? Does it work for other folks? What kind of results they've gotten?
Right.
And that motivates me. What did God say about these products? And so that motivates me. And it is so true. And folks at one time used to call me the doctor of results because that's all I was looking for, whatever it takes.
Right.
They may talk about me because it costs more money, but I'd rather for you to fuss at me about it costs more and it work versus it being cheap and it don't work. And that's what that other neem oil was cheap, but it didn't work.
Right.
Not that the neem oil is expensive and stuff, but
Yeah, it's
for
expensive.
what it does is just phenomenal. Could you tell us a little bit about the 321?
Yeah, the 321. What happened was with the neem oil, a lot of people were getting results,
Okay.
but there was a small population that had aches and pains that were really beyond because now people with bone on bone,
Mm.
the bones rubbing on each other, are creating hairline fractures and all kind of things, make it difficult to stand and go up downstairs and so forth. So I got a lot of calls, doc, do you have anything else that can take it to another level?
Okay.
So I meditated on it. I prayed to God. I said, please give me something that I can give to the people
Mm.
that can help them. And in that meditation, three oils came to my head,
Okay.
and one of them being the neem
Okay.
itself. So the 321 does have the neem in it.
All right.
Now the combination is the neem, the nilgiri, and the tulsi.
Mm.
Just like this is the king, the tulsi is the queen, which is in here in the 321, and there's also nilgiri in there. So if when we were talking about the king, you're looking at the queen and top
Mm.
generals within the plant kingdom,
Okay.
highest intelligence, period, in these
Okay.
herbs, and the combination with the tulsi and the nilgiri, which is actually an area in India,
Mm.
which is considered to have the highest quality medicinal eucalyptus.
Mm. Okay.
So the combination came to me. I put it together, and the first like 20 people we did it to within 3 seconds, the pain was gone. So
Yeah, I remember Dr. Deborah Davy. Okay, yeah, God bless her soul. Uh, she had came with this guy was at the store. He was heavyweight and his knees was hurting, and he had tried this other stuff that used to work. Okay, I ain't gonna say his name neither, but that used to work, but it wasn't working that day.
mm,
So she gave him the 321, told him to go on into the restroom and put it on. He came back with what you call it stepping. Okay,
yeah,
he got pride in his step because that pain was gone. Now, does it the 321 deals with pain, but what about dealing with the problem that caused the pain? The lack of cartilage and things like that, or do you need to take more other nourishments?
yeah. Well, you're gonna definitely need more nourishment.
Okay,
The
okay,
more you use it on those areas, the more it soaks in. I think you notice even the neem, it doesn't sit on the surface of your skin that long.
no,
You feel silky. You don't feel like you just put a whole lot of oil on yourself and it's
mm,
still sitting there.
right,
It'll soak in. So the more it soaks in, the more it goes to the problem. So let's say if you had bone on bone, and then you got these little fracture lines. Whatnot. The more it soaks in, it'll heal it.
Okay.
It'll actually heal it,
Okay.
uh, and it de-stresses the cells. So stress, which is a very powerful disease in its own right
Mm.
in this day and time, we need to be able to reduce a lot of that stress. And
Is it a way any of your products help people with sleep apnea?
oh, absolutely. I was just talking to one of my workers yesterday, getting my house work on,
Okay.
and he started putting the neem oil in his nose and everything, the anointing that we were showing everybody. When they
Right.
come on Saturday,
They
they
show you
can
how to
get a
anoint with the
witness.
neem oil.
Yes, they
Okay.
can be a witness.
Everybody would get anointed that wants to be anointed this Saturday, 2 to 4. Dr. Bombay is going to be at Healthwise at 3807 East 8 Mile Road, about 3 blocks west of Ryan, between Ryan and DeQuinta. But Taco Bell, so when we have an event, we want to use their parking lot. That's okay. So our lot is small, but we can use the street between us and Taco Bell
The
and
Long John.
Taco Bell. I mean, not Taco Bell. Long John Silver. Thanks, Doc.
Mm-hmm.
Long John Silver. There's a big parking lot between us and them, and they say we can use their lot this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Um,
You know, they say cleanliness is next to godliness, so the
right.
soap situation is excellent. You
Oh,
know,
excellent combination, huh?
combination.
Okay.
Yeah, and God
Um,
should be in the picture.
It
You know.
God definitely to be. Well, God is all up in Healthwise. So,
Yep.
I was on my TV shows, in my life, in my marriage, relationships. Now, I mentioned to y'all a couple, last week about my auntie making her transition. Well, a couple of days ago, actually Monday, my favorite cousin, Cynthia, made her transition, and I couldn't help but think that my auntie, the same bloodline as Cynthia, that auntie came to see her, because she was suffering a long time and I couldn't get to it. It was so frustrating, but I couldn't get to auntie neither. Family members is the hardest ones to
Uh,
get to.
Are the ones closest to you. Yep. I
Golly,
know.
man.
I know.
Hey, it's so frustrating, but I still love them. Y'all, my family that does, we do get together. Is just phenomenal. But yes, he's, Cynthia is my dancing partner. We didn't care if anybody was on the dance floor. Sin and I would up there and do our thing. So we watched the basketball games together. She was like a tomboy when we was growing up. So that's more like my sister than my cousin. But I'm happy for her, and she is very happy because the spirit lives on. We know that for sure. These products, they can't help with all that life, and it can't help but feed the spirit too.
Yeah. Well, this increases your vital force in the body,
Okay.
and when we were talking about the taste buds before, you got 10,000 taste buds. Each taste bud has six tastes on it. Bitter, pungent, astringent, sweet,
Wow.
sour, salty,
Okay.
and this has five tastes in it, excluding salty.
Okay.
Uh, the saying is that if it's salty, you're angry, you won't heal.
Yeah, you got to let go.
You gotta let go. And the beautiful thing about it is, which Americans are not apprised of it, of this taste. This taste, they have them in your candies and stuff like that. The little bitter, sweet, bittersweet. Always
Hmm.
putting that together. But when you taste bitter,
Hmm.
there is nothing like it.
Hmm.
It wakes your spirit up. If you were born with a smile on your face, you take a bite and it's bitter, it'd be,
Yes.
you know.
I think
But
that's
it
what they
wakes
do
you up.
when they anoint the children is give them some bitters and some honey.
Yeah,
Yes.
absolutely. So it has the taste component. It starts off with bitter. A lot of things that are really good for you tend to be bitter. Uh,
Okay.
the bitter, the bile, the better the digestion. So bitter is a very important component. In what we do. The British were doing after dinner bitters. The whole concept of the gingerbread man, the gingerbread how, the ginger was for
Okay.
digestive purposes.
Okay.
So that's what this fruit will help you do. It'll help you complete your digestion. So as you were saying, when you eat something, you're supposed to make body parts.
Mm.
So as you mentioned, if somebody has problem with cartilage and whatnot, they're not manufacturing the cartilage properly because the food you're eating is not necessarily all true.
Right.
God made us with our DNA a particular way. He made the foods with their DNA a particular way, and the two were able to combine together and were digestible.
Mm.
Now that we've changed the DNA in some of these products out here, we don't even know what's real and what's not real anymore. Can't find a seeded watermelon anywhere. Can't find seeded grapes nowhere.
Mm.
It's hard to find seeded oranges even, I think, nowadays.
Well, I find my seeded watermelons over at Western Market
Western
over
Market.
on 9 Mile between Livernois and Woodward.
Okay.
Okay, but the seeded grapes, I haven't seen those in a long, long time.
Yeah,
You know,
so
but I think they might have them over there too. They usually have a good choice. But is I agree with you. They're very hard to come by.
yeah,
You know.
yeah. So this will help you digest anything,
Okay.
seeded,
And
unseeded,
you
and so
got
forth.
the seeds in here.
Yeah, the fruit is in here. Yeah, everybody call it seeds.
Yeah.
Some people call them nuggets.
Yeah,
People got
but it's
names.
actually the fruit with the seeds in it. They didn't take no. Nah, that's crazy. I enjoy the bitters, okay, and I try to get people to understand the benefits of the bitters. That our Creator, God, put bitters on our tongue, along with the sour and the sugar and the salt, the acid. You know, all these taste buds were put on our tongue by the Creator for a reason. And if every day we have something to hit all the taste buds, my belief it helps keeps you balanced. Now I'm not a doctor, lawyer, nutrition, or dietitianist,
Oh, yeah.
but I read a lot and share a lot. You know, do what I can. The folks I associate with can give me some truth. It can give you some truth. This Saturday at 2 o'clock, for an example, is and if you apply the information, you find that your freedom just rises on up because you're not bombarded with all these toxins they put in the air, the water, the food,
Oh,
your
yes.
clothes, the cell phones. Um, you take all the hit all the taste buds with some foods that hit those taste buds. It now you put yourself in position to be protected against this onslaught that they're putting on folks. Because I noticed you was calling one food a king and one food a queen and another one's a general. It's like you going to war or something.
Exactly. Exactly. So like the gentleman who was working on my house, his leg got swollen. All of a
Mm,
sudden, he was urinating inside. Basically, something was blocked, and the leg swelled up, and
wow.
it started hitting his private parts. And he was at the hospital. So I took some of the old harataki that I had in the bottles. I mixed them up, and I created a bottle for him, and he
Okay.
started drinking it.
Okay.
And the saying, sometimes it seems like it's going to get a little worse before it get better,
You're right.
and that's how the herbs work.
Right.
So let's say diabetic, the numbers might go up a little bit more, but
Mm-hmm.
then it'll
Come back
come back
down
down
to
properly.
normal.
Normal.
Okay. Okay.
And that's what happened with him. It seemed like the swelling got a little bit more, and then all of a sudden, started coming down.
Wow.
And he just got out of the hospital, came over to the house yesterday, working on the house right now.
Okay. Okay. Well,
So
that is so key. I'm glad you brought that point up because when you use natural methods, that's the you go through a cleansing cycle, and then when you get into the healing part, it's phenomenal. Um, and so that's why
and
I
see, a
like to
lot of
take.
people too, what they do is they get to a certain point where they stop because they're like, oh my God, it got worse,
Right.
and then
Exactly.
they'll stop doing it. You know, if
Right.
you get over that hump, the rest is
The
cake,
rest
as
is
they say.
it's the importance of understanding when you do run across that. But I found that you can do two things when you're doing things naturally. You can either take a smaller amount or a weaker strength, just slow the cleansing process down, or you can help speed up the cleansing process by taking you some oxy powder that we have at Healthwise, which cleans you out real good, or giving you an enema of colonic. And I know she got one of my favorite instruments here,
Right
the
here.
enema bag. That's
Yes.
my buddy.
Yeah. This is
This
a
is yes, this has been my buddy for 50 years because that's what I learned that 98% of all diseases originate in the colon, and to get that stuff out, you need to put some water up in there, and that right there, that's my buddy.
now what you can do is since you made this juice, you're gonna drink it.
Okay,
You could take this juice, fill this up right here, this bag.
that's a half a gallon.
This is about 2 quarts, I believe.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
Okay,
two
yeah,
quarts.
that's a half gallon, right?
Yeah, I know how much it is, Doc.
Yeah, you know your bags. So you fill this juice up. You take some of the neem oil, and you put about 20 drops in here,
Okay.
and give yourself an enema.
Wow.
And it's going to be like an unenema
Mm.
because your colon is going to suck it up. So a
Mm.
lot of it's going to be absorbed back into the body.
Okay.
If you have polyps, they'll naturally just start to
Dissolve.
dissolve.
Okay.
If you're and since it's going for the men, it's going past the prostate.
Mm-hmm.
It'll coat the prostate, and since
Okay.
these are all anti-inflammatory, uh, your prostate reduced within a matter of hours.
In a matter of hours.
Yes.
Wow.
I was in Atlanta. This medical assistant was asking, "Well, can he just get his somebody in the office to wear a glove, put the neem oil on it, and just rub and massage the prostate?"
Yes.
I said, "Yeah, why not?
Why not? Oh
Why not?"
wow.
Yeah, I mean, if you're putting
Wow.
a direct connect directly onto it, and the
See,
same way,
just y'all understand. When you get a colon chart about what's that 2 or 3 inches right past the anus where the waste come out, is the area pertaining to the prostate. And when that area is clean, no more problems or challenges with the prostate.
right,
And 2 or 3 inches, your fingers 2 or 3 inches, putting the oil right there, that'd be phenomenal. I hadn't even never thought about that. But the enema, I have, but I didn't put the neem oil in the enema. So now I got to do another enema with the neem oil.
that's
Golly.
right. You know, that's some testimony on that one too. Now, also, the neem oil or the 321. I bought the spread. I'll bring it in on Saturday.
Okay.
Saturday, I think 2 o'clock.
2 o'clock
2 o'clock
Saturday at
Saturday
Healthwise
at
at
Healthwise.
3807 East 8 Mile.
Hmm. And so, what you could do is you could take 1/4 of this to a quart.
1/4.
So,
Okay.
so the
Okay.
whole bottle, if you were to use the whole bottle, it would make a gallon of
Okay.
spray. So what you do is take 1/4 of this bottle,
Okay.
roughly, put it into the
Now that's
bottle.
an ounce there, right?
Yeah, that's about, it's a little bit more than an ounce,
Okay.
but
So a teaspoon is a sixth of an ounce,
yeah,
I think. Yes, because 6 teaspoons make a whole ounce. So you're talking about a tablespoon then.
quarter, yeah, about a quarter,
Well,
quarter,
no, no, no. Yeah, half a tablespoon
yeah,
be
half a
half
tablespoon,
that would
exactly.
be so a quarter of a tablespoon.
You
Okay.
put it in there,
I'm just trying to get a little measurement thing there
yeah,
together. Okay.
and if you have some soap over your sink, like whatever Palmolive, Joy, or
Well,
whatever
we
you
use
use,
the True soap, which is like a concentrated aloe
constantly,
vera soap,
yeah,
and also Dr. What's it, Browner's soaps?
yeah,
There's a natural soaps. We use
liquid,
those.
liquid soap.
Yeah, liquid soap.
Yeah, and you put it in and you
How much
shake it.
soap you put in?
Put about 6, 7 drops,
Okay.
and shake it
6 to 7 drops of soap
with the
into
oil.
the.
Yeah,
Now
and
that container's a 32 ounce
quart. Yeah,
container.
32 ounce
Okay,
container.
32 ounce. I'm gonna write this down so I can have it. Okay, so that's about six. Then the ink pen don't
One
want to.
quarter ounce.
Ink pen don't want to work. 6 drops. Just something. Here we go.
Start with 6 drops,
Okay, six
and
drops of the soap.
when you mix it,
Okay,
just the soap and the oil. Now you're
and
not putting
then
anything else in
and
there
then
yet.
and then the 20. You said about no, not 20 drops, but a
A
quarter
quarter of the
of
bottle,
the
quarter of an
ounce
ounce. Uh-huh.
of the
3, 2, 1,
the
or even
three
the
two
neem. Yeah,
3 2 1 or neem.
yeah,
Three
and
two one or neem.
right.
Okay.
Now, if you use the 3, 2, 1, you get rid of mold in the house, bed bugs, roaches, all kind of stuff. The neem also will help you do that. I just read in the newspaper that we are about to have a epidemic with the fleas and ticks and mosquitoes this year.
Oh really?
That's what they're saying.
They're always saying stuff.
Yep.
They must be initiated. Because I don't know
So
how we're going to have any epidemic as cold as it been.
yeah, I don't know how they
All of a
come up with
sudden,
this
we're going to
prediction.
have, exactly,
Yeah,
all of a sudden, it's going to be epidemic when it's been cold like crazy.
yeah.
All them bugs been killed.
So then when you mix it, it'll become white and milky,
Okay,
and then you let it sit for a second and you observe it and see if there's any oil floating on top of the white
okay,
milky combination because it's
okay,
emulsifying.
right.
If there's a lot of oil still there, keep adding a few more drops, shake it until
Few more drops of the soap, a few more drops of the
of
neem
the
oil.
soap of the
Okay,
soap into the container,
okay,
and keep shaking it until it's as close to as milky as possible. If
okay,
there's a little bit on top, it's not a big deal. Then you add the water to it,
okay,
and then you shake well before using. And
okay.
spray everything down, spray the beds. Usually, like when I'm traveling, I go to hotels. I spray down the beds.
Yes.
I pick up the covers. I spray
You spray down the bed, not the cover, the
the covers, the
bed,
bed, and everything, because
everything.
I don't want to be leaving with
Someone
any.
make sure I got this formula together. You start off with about 6 drops of the soap and about a quarter ounce of the neem oil, and you shake that up. And if it does not have a little white foam to it, you add a little more soap. Shake that up, and then once
Because
you
you want to
get that,
emulsify the oil.
you emulsify the oil.
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
which all right,
Because
and then you add your water,
yes, and then
and
you
then
got a
you go to
quart of
spray.
spray. Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay,
let's say you did the 3-2-1. You can spray around your bathrooms. Where the wet areas and whatnot. We just went through a whole winter, closed up.
right.
You can spray everything down. Now, if you're worried about ticks, fleas, and mosquitoes, you can take the neem oil, uh, get one of those sprayers, the garden sprayers, the gallon garden sprayers, drop a whole ounce in there, emulsify it just the same way,
Okay.
add water, and start spraying around outside the house. Start from
So
your
I guess
house
people
outwards.
people got dogs. They can spray
Oh, yeah, spray
the
the dog. You can spray the
okay
dog directly too with it.
on his hair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. We've had some good results with that. They can also take some of this juice and put it in their dry dog food, mix it in there, and they'll have a healthy coat and everything. They'll be vibrant.
Put some of the juice,
The hardtack
the
juice.
hawataki, uh, but would he still eat it? Cause
Yeah, they'll eat it.
okay,
Oh, yeah, they'll eat it.
okay,
Hmm.
okay. Ticks, fleas, bed bugs. Man, that's a
199 bugs.
oh
You're missing that
199
one bug.
bugs. Okay, I'm trying to write this down.
I mean, you
Uh,
got dust mites, you got silverfish, you got a lot of these things running
okay,
around,
okay.
and when you spray
What
for
about those real resistant ones that Dr. Dick Gregory said you kill them, you produce 1 million more of them, but that's the roaches.
oh yeah, kill roaches too.
Oh wow,
Yeah,
ants.
ants too. Well,
Okay.
ants, what you want to do is get some peppermint oil and mix it with it.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
so
for the
put some.
ants. Okay.
Yeah, to get rid of ants. You can also get rid of mice and stuff like that when you have the peppermint in with the 3-2-1 and spray it down, and it'll get
Ants
rid of them. Yeah.
and mice.
Hmm.
Uh,
Mice go away. They're not gonna kill the mice,
okay.
but mice will leave.
Mice and ants. You add the same mixture, but add
Some peppermint
peppermint.
oil.
How much peppermint oil?
Uh, about, I guess if you were using this bottle for the drops, I usually use about 10 to 15 drops.
About 10 to 15
Yeah.
drops, because folks we are going to be using 20 and 30 from them ghetto roaches, man.
Yeah, well, let me tell you, I was in Brooklyn. Okay, this gentleman brought me in because his wife had asthma,
Okay,
and they refused the spraying from the companies because every time they come and spray, she gets serious asthma attacks and whatnot.
okay.
So he called me in, and it was raining that day. It was cold. We had the windows closed and everything. They were cooking,
Hmm.
and I put the mixture together. I sprayed the house down,
Okay.
and I was with him in the living room, and she came running into the living room. She's like, "I can't believe it! I can breathe! I can breathe!"
Yes.
And so it'll also help your breathing while you're helping get rid of these pests. And check this out: we sprayed the apartment. The roaches left. They don't die right there. They go home and take the family out with them.
Okay. Okay.
And what it does is it's like they're throwing up. They're like, oh, they want to go home.
Okay.
They're
Okay.
sickly. They don't want to have sex. They don't want to have food. They don't want to have anything. They just want to die,
Oh
or they
wow.
want to go home. So then the next day, the people came to spray the building.
Right.
Not one roach entered into the apartment. because usually they run from apartment to apartment to
Right,
apartment to
right,
apartment.
right.
That didn't happen.
Wow, wow, that's amazing. um, I know you got a million stories like that, so I'm looking really forward to Saturday being a mind-opening sensation because you talked about the Nemo, you talked about the Hawataki and the 321. These other one, I got a son. Well, I just adopted him as my son. He loves this. I don't even know how you pronounce this.
Like cha 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 one prash.
Cha cha cha.
Yeah.
I can say cha cha cha. Maybe it's about six of those cha cha chas, man.
Get a
But
spoon.
what's what's the why this one is so potent? Why it's so good? So what's some of the benefits of it? And of course, people ask, how does it taste? And there's no samples of this one. You just have to go there. But my son, well, you get people that you just grew up with, and they grew up with you, and you just adopt them as your son. So that's one of those that I have. Anyway,
Well,
I'm
when
gonna put this here. I don't want it to fall off.
I put together these sheets, especially for Saturday, so if they come
Okay,
Saturday at 2 o'clock at
okay,
Healthwise, they'll be able to pick up these sheets on these products. So
okay,
what I did was created some bullet points as to what they do. And if you see Chyawanprash, it's amazing because it has like about 50 herbs in it, which combine like a
okay,
food.
okay.
So you could take it,
50 herbs
yeah,
in it. All right.
and it's like a food because when you sit down to eat, you got your peas, you got potatoes, you got your different things come together to make a meal,
Okay.
and there's no side effects with the food. So there's no side effects period with any of this. And first of all, just let me get the disclaimer out. We're not here to cure, treat, diagnose. If y'all listening,
This is for educational purposes only and stuff.
entertainment and educational
Yes,
purposes only.
that's it. That's it.
Okay. So, something like this, it strengthens the immune system and expedites healing. So, let's say you're coming out of a hospital, you just had surgery or whatever. You
Okay.
start taking this, you're going to heal much faster than a normal person.
Okay. Okay.
It strengthens the digestion, absorption, assimilation of foods, and balances stomach acids. So, a lot of people with acid reflux and a lot of these issues that they're having,
Right.
it's resolved. Helps in smooth function of the heart.
Okay.
We need that. So the oxygen levels go up, your blood starts cleaning up, you're absorbing more oxygen to the body, your heart is slowing down, you don't have to work so hard, and then it strengthens the heart muscles.
Okay.
Nourishes the brain cells, supports the nervous system. So
Okay. Well,
this
we
is
ain't not gonna
very
go. We're
important.
not gonna go through
Go
the
through the whole
whole
thing.
list right now.
You gotta
But
come on
Saturday
Saturday. You come
we'll
and
go
get
through.
it.
He only hit about four of them. It's about four times that much on there and stuff.
There's a lot of information, but it's easily digestible information.
Doc, how long have you been helping people?
I've been doing this for a long time. I really got back. I really got into it around 2002.
Okay.
Before that, I was busy doing other things. I was one of the 7 DJs that put Madonna on the map.
Okay.
So I was not interested in health
He,
because I was healthy anyway.
okay.
I like to see people happy when they come see shows. I used to do shows. I've done shows with Phyllis Hyman, Bobby Womack, Millie Jackson, Manhattans,
Okay.
back in the days. So when people come, they see a show, they're happy. It make me happy.
Okay.
So I was involved heavily in music, boxing. Back in the days,
Okay.
I wasn't even thinking about health at the point because I was never unhealthy. I was
Okay.
always vibrant. I was running
So
around,
you've
stay
been
up two,
taking
three,
this
four
all your
days.
life?
No, not all my
Okay.
life. I started off in the beginning, and when I was 9 years old, I came to this country. So every day, going up to 9 years old, I was doing this on a regular basis.
Just here.
Yeah, I would go to the trees and just do it naturally, without the,
Okay.
from pills or anything like that.
Okay.
So, and your body goes through, your cells die, they're reborn, as they
Hmm.
say. But you lay the foundation.
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. The first 9 years of your life, you was in India,
Yeah, I was in
laying
India.
the
Oh, then I
foundation.
came to
Okay, I
yeah,
got you.
yeah.
All right, now
And we
following
didn't
you.
even have food here when we came here. The
Wow.
Indian foods started afterwards. My mother was very creative. She used to make sandwiches with tomatoes and bananas and all kinds of stuff.
We used to call them wish sandwiches. Wish I had some meat.
So it was in me. Then being an energy person myself, the energy took over. After that, when I first got on the plane, my eyes was like this wide. Wow, from coming from a village with no shoes on, running to the
Wow.
sand and everything, going and getting water at the well, to be inside this big airplane. And both
Wow.
my brothers got sick, but I was up in the cockpit everywhere. I'm running around all over the place. What's this? What's this? I'm having lunch with the captain and all that stuff.
All right.
So yeah, so the energy helped me, but having that foundation helped me. So when you're doing stuff like this, you need to do it over a period of time to get your body the right nourishment so that your cells are younger and stronger.
Okay.
So the next set of cells that come out are stronger and younger
So
and more efficient.
it's like a lifetime commitment then.
Yeah, I mean, if you're gonna eat on this planet, you
Yes.
you need to do something.
Especially if you're gonna eat that GMO,
Yeah.
that stuff they call food, but it's genetically modified organisms, but they call it a food. And they do everything they can to keep us from labeling that, to let you know we up on it. So we got something to counteract what you're doing. We can't make you stop making genetically modified foods, having foods that God put the seeds in, and you decide, well, I'm gonna take the seeds out. Who is you? Anyway, we can't stop you from doing that, but individually, we have the power to take things like this to counteract the genetically modified organisms.
Right. Well, our, we got to remember one most important thing, that we have a father,
Yes,
and he's created everything,
right.
and he foresaw these kind of things happening, so he put things here for our benefit so that when we go off track, that we'll still have help, from him, which was designed thousands of years ago.
Mm,
And this is why this fruit is very, very important. Anything that deals with digestion is one of the most important fruits or vegetables you can utilize, like ginger, turmeric. A lot of people are now catching on to turmeric,
yes.
and they all are digestive aids. Papaya, you have to do your research, or come to Healthwise and communicate with this man here.
We got about 2 or 3 more minutes. Can we shake it up and get to drinking? You know,
Shall we?
yes, because you got about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 different products that we didn't get a chance to get into any of that. You got neem oil, you got neem guard. It's, like neem guard. Well, you got the neem oil. Why we need neem guard and stuff? So
Well, because I don't know if you ever heard of a gentleman named Che Guevara. He used to run
we need one more for the engineer now.
yeah, he used to run with Castro, and 44 people took over Cuba again.
Okay.
And he had a book called Guerrilla Warfare, and that's what it's about. You're fighting it from the outside. You're fighting it from the inside. You're not giving that disease a chance.
Mm,
You know,
okay.
and especially nowadays, we got so much warring against us.
Mm,
That's why I always say, let's go to war, back with
okay.
it.
Okay.
And once you overcome it, then you maintain yourself. See, a lot of times, if we can get ourselves back healthy again, then we can go on to doing other things, like energy stuff, that like ESP
Creativity.
and clairvoyance, and
Okay.
work on all these different abilities that we have
Oh,
inside of us, but we just can't seem to get away from the pain in the leg, or
okay.
or something that's
Because I know we've been people on the planet been dumbed down and things. We have all these abilities, like Jesus said, "These things I do, you can do it even greater." He came to show us what we're capable of doing. But like the powers of beast said, "Oh no, 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 they can't have that power." So they come up with stuff to counteract that. We are creative beings, just like our Father. He gave us the ability to create. It's nothing new on the planet. We just learning how to take better care of ourselves. And the people that come to Healthwise, we encourage you to share the information with other folks because a lot of folks don't know. I was reading some studies, and I was mentioning to you last week, only 7% of the people on this planet know anything about alternative ways to getting healthy.
yeah.
7%. Okay, and there's 8 billion people on this planet. So you are one of the few that know we still learning. Okay, there's always a constant new things to learn, and then apply them. When you get that experiences, that's when you get into the point where you know it worked, and that's what I'm feeling from Doc. Testimonies, but just knowing the products work,
Hmm.
that's phenomenal. But my number one product right there, that colon enema cleansing, yes. Like a new bag there, Doc.
Oh, this I found at Walgreens,
Oh, really?
and this has a dual applicator. This is for douching and for enema.
Okay,
So,
yeah. At
so
Walgreens, huh?
yeah, but
Wow,
it
just
was
recently?
yeah, it wasn't with the where the regular enema stuff is.
Okay.
It was like in another aisle.
Well, somebody didn't know what it was. They
Somebody
just
probably
did.
but this
Walgreens, huh? Okay,
yeah.
because I've had to go far and near trying to find an enema bag and stuff.
Yeah, we're gonna try to see if we can get a hold of some and get them into the stores.
Okay.
But this is a dual kit, so it allows the women to douche too. So now they take the same juice, the neem oil, and they douche with it.
Wow.
Then fibroids melting out of them, HPV, HIV, whatever, it doesn't matter.
HIV too?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, as long
Okay.
as
Because I was reading back, I can't get away from that neem oil, how folks were using that to be what they call a spermicide?
spermicide, yeah.
Spermicide,
Oh, yeah.
but prevent you from getting pregnant. If the men was to take it and apply it directly on their penis for 6 weeks, your sperms is no
Yeah,
longer
and you're taking the product too internally
and taking it
because
internally
it'll
too,
reduce the sperm count.
and it kills the HIV, the AIDS, the sperm cells. All these, I should say all, but a lot of these these sexual
Viruses.
transmitted diseases. There we
Mm.
go. That's phenomenal.
Yeah, so
Wow,
if it's a virus, it's dead.
it's dead.
We
Okay.
don't care what your name is.
All right, all right. Wow, Doc,
So,
it time that went so fast,
yeah.
y'all. It's time to go. Um, just wanted to remind y'all and invite y'all to come out this Saturday at 2 o'clock. Doc is gonna be there, and he hung around, stuck around last time and answered people's questions one on one. But it's gonna be there at 2 o'clock. We're gonna have free samples of this until we run out. Okay, all can get anointed with the oil, and definitely we're gonna get into these other 10, 15 different products that he's brought in from India. His people over there are sending him good products. There's no GMOs over there, y'all.
Well, there's GMOs there,
Oh, there's GMOs there,
but
but not
not
in this.
not in this,
Okay,
not in
all
this,
right, that's a good sign.
because we actually revere these things. You know, what I mean, we thank God for what He's given us before even climbing the tree and trying to
Mm,
pick a fruit. You know, you're thankful.
mm,
And it's good to be thankful
that's
because
so true.
there's so much to be thankful for.
This is so true. So I want to thank you for coming back on. Let me get a hug. All
So,
right, bro. All right, man. And 5 hugs a day is healing, y'all. Y'all come by Saturday at 2 o'clock and get that hug. Hopefully, get at least 5 of them, maybe even more. And
yes.
you can have any questions, give us a call at 366 Diet. Or if you want to get in touch with me directly, 313 600 8532. Thank you for tuning in, and peace and love, everybody.